Good morning. Happy Monday. I hope you had a fantastic weekend and are ready for this week. We're going to be in Matthew 8, verses 15 through 13. We're going to jump right in and then we'll dissect it a little bit. It's the faith of a centurion. When he had entered Capernaum, and this is Jesus, a centurion came forward to him, appealing to him, "Lord, my servant is lying, paralyzed at home, suffering terribly." And he said to him, "I will come and heal him." But the centurion replied, "Lord, I am not worthy to have you come under my roof, but only say the word, and my servant will be healed. For I too am a man under authority, with soldiers under me, and I say to one, 'Go,' and he goes, and to another, 'Come,' and he comes, and to my servant, 'Do this,' and he does it." When Jesus heard this, he marveled, and said to those who followed him, "Truly I tell you, with no one in Israel have I found such faith. I tell you, many will come from east and west, and recline at a table with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven, while the sons of the kingdom will be thrown into outer darkness in that place, where there will be weeping and gnashing of the teeth." And to the centurion Jesus says, "Go, let it be done for you as you have believed." And his servant was healed at that very moment. And I just thought, what a neat story. You know, sometimes we read through these things and we miss all the beauty within them. And so I had a chance to sit and dissect this a little bit last night, and it was just so cool. He's a centurion, he's Roman, so he's a Gentile, and he understands that there's the Israelites weren't really supposed to be socializing with the Romans, but Jesus obviously brought the good news to everyone. And then if you look in verse 8, it says, "But the centurion replied, 'Lord, I am not worthy to have you come under my roof, but only say the word, and my servant will be healed.' For to him it was more of an honor to have Jesus come under his roof than it was just to have his servant healed," right? I just thought that just kind of blew me away. Like, he understood who Jesus was, and that what an honor it was. It was more important to be with Jesus. It was more of an honor to be with Jesus than to be healed. And how awesome it was that he picked up on that. And then he understood the authority of Jesus, right? Because he talks about that he is a man of authority, and he's like, he has the authority of the kingdom of Rome to tell these people what to do. And he understood that Jesus had the authority of heaven. He had the authority of God to do exactly what he needed to do, and he understood that, and he didn't have any doubt. He's just like, "Just say the word, and I know it'll happen." And Jesus was just, he kind of takes a step back, like, wow, look at the faith of this guy. And I'm sure there was a reason he asked him, or he told him, "I will come and heal him," right? Because I'm sure he knew what was coming, and he wanted to be this being an example. This is my speculation, but I just thought, how cool. And Jesus says, "I haven't seen such faith in Israel, the ones that my words come to first." And then he goes on about, "Let it be done for you as you have believed." And I thought, Jesus recognized his faith, and he honored that by healing the servant at that very moment. And what an awesome thing that was. And it got me thinking, sometimes I'm much more like the father who was in Mark 9. Remember, he brought his son who was demon possessed and to the disciples, and they couldn't heal him. And then Jesus stepped in, and the father says, if you can, heal him. And Jesus was like, "If you can, all things are possible for those who believe." And then he kind of changed his tune. He's like, "I believe, help my unbelief." And he made that choice, like, you know what, I am going to believe. And I just thought, maybe that's more of what I look like sometimes, instead of the centurion that comes and understands who God is, who Jesus is. He can do whatever he wants. He has authority over these sicknesses, over sin and death and all these things. And he just walked up and understood. And then just to be able to also have that reverence for Jesus, knowing that, I don't deserve you to be in my home. I just need you to heal. And I just thought that just really, I keep going back to that. It's just so cool, because he understood that, no matter what we faced in life, if we have Jesus, we have the most important thing. We have the thing that we need to walk through this life with. And I just like to wrap up with that. I just hope we have that same perspective. The most important thing in our life is not our health, even though that's obviously very important to us. It's not our possessions. It's not our friends. It's not our status. It's not all those things, because you know what? Those things are going to disappear. The most important thing is that we have Jesus, and we understand who he is. And just like that centurion, we understand who he is and what an honor it is just to be with him. And we all have that privilege, and that's the thing that's extended to all of us. We might not get the healing that we're praying for. We might not get the exact walk of life that we're asking for, but it's available to everybody who will receive it, is the relationship with Jesus Christ. And that's the most important thing. And I just pray that kind of sits with you today, and that you understand the centurion's not only his faith, but also his understanding of who God was and what a privilege it was to have that relationship with Jesus Christ, and what an honor it would have been for him to come in his house, and he felt so undeserving of that, just as I am, right? Just as I am undeserving of the relationship that Jesus extended to me. I pray that you have a blessed day. You keep fighting the good fight, and Lord willing, we'll see you on Friday. God bless.